my channel. So I am so excited because fall is finally here. The winter season and the fall season are finally in the air. And I say in the air because I don't know if any of you know what I'm talking about, but like the months from like September to even sometimes January, you can walk outside and it just smells like fall. I don't know how to explain it, but I love it. I love everything about the holidays and about, October and the warm colors and the pumpkin carving and Halloween and just all of it. I love it. So yes, I am so excited for fall to be here. I'm going to be giving you guys a lot of fall looks, and that is what I did today. I chose this one to film for you guys today because I mentioned a couple days ago that I was so excited to start doing fall looks, and I had one of you comment on that picture like immediately and was like, if you're gonna do a fall look, please do something vampy. So following that, I've had several more requests for like a wings liner and a really dark vampy lip, and I kind of feel like every season trends change, but at the same time they change along the same lines, as in, it's always a dark lip and real smoky warm tones, because that's just what fall is all about. So anyways, yes, I am going to be giving you guys this look today. Obviously it is a very fun vampy fall inspired look. It is very easy to accomplish. It does incorporate every shadow actually in this look. I did talk about in my MAC favorites video. And this is the look. It's just, I changed it up a little bit for this tutorial, but this is the look that I was wearing in my MAC favorites video as well. So if you haven't seen that video, you can jump on to that video next and watch that one. But for now, we are going to get into this video. I hope you guys love this look and it is what you are looking for. And if you wear it, like I always say, please tag me in it. And yeah, I think that's it. So thank you to all who have recently subscribed. Thank you to all that continue to return. I love you guys, and I know I always say it, but I wouldn't be doing these videos if it wasn't for you guys. So thank you so much for your support, and I will see you guys in next week's video.
Hey guys! Alright, so my eyes are already primed. I use the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer as always in the shade NW20, and I put a little bit of moisture on my lips, and now it is time to start our eyes. The first shade that we are using today is Rule by MAC Cosmetics. This is a very orange tone shadow. I say orange tone and warm tone and just all of my favorites in one shadow. It is absolutely beautiful. I love, love, love this shadow, especially for fall. In today's look, we're going to be doing a very blown out smoky eye, so you want to apply this everywhere. You want to apply it below your crease, in your crease, let it fall down onto your lid. It can go up above your crease. This is going to be our transition shade today, so don't worry about keeping it very neat because like I said, it is also going to be a very blown out smoky eye. Next, we are going in with the shade Red Brick on a dual fiber blending brush. I am using, this brush is a little bit smaller than the first brush that we used. However, we are going to apply this shade all in the same places that we applied that first blending color that we used. So you want to bring this all the way into the inside part of your eye, up above that crease a little bit. This is the shade that's really going to add that warm red tone to this look. So this is going to be our main transition color today. We laid that first shade down just to start out this look, and I kind of feel the more transition colors you use, the more depth it gives your eye and just the prettier and warmer it looks. So that is why I'm using two different transition colors today. However, when we go back to blend things out, the Red Brick is what I'm going to pick back up. So you want to do this a couple times. You just can build this up until it's as dark as you want it. I like a pretty extreme eye, so especially for fall because of the warm tones. I love warm tones. So I went over mine like 2 or 3 times, but that is personal preference. You can just continue to build this color until you're happy with it. Now we are going in with our lid shade. This is called Antiqued, and I am applying this with a 242 brush, and I'm applying it all the way from the inside part of my lid all the way to the outside part of my lid. This is going to be the only color that we use on our lid today, so I am just packing this on. And after this, we do go in with a different crease color, so we will go back in and apply a little bit more of this shade. But as you can see, I am taking this all the way up into my crease and even blending it upwards. And then I am now going in with the shade Brown Script. This is a very warm tone brown. It's almost it reminds me of like a darker version of red brick because it's very, very red in tone. And I am just applying this color. This is the color. I am keeping this a lot deeper in my crease just because the main purpose of this color is to give this eye even more depth to it, as well as blend that lid color and our transition colors together. So I am keeping my brush very tight in this crease, and I am just doing back and forth windshield wiper motions, and then I am going to pick up that brush that we used the red brick for and just kind of blend everything out. So again, I am pulling this brush in windshield wiper motions to the inside part of my eye, and then on the outside I am doing those circular motions. Now this is where I'm going back in and just intensifying this lid one more time. Because of all the blending, it does kind of like dull your eye product out, so I always go back in and just intensify my lid area. After that, I am taking any eye makeup remover. I also like to use an eye cream every once in a while, but today this was sitting in front of me, so this is what I picked up, and a Q-tip, and I am just cleaning up this under eye area. You want to make sure when you clean up an under eye area and you want to keep it very rounded out that you're just using your last bottom lash as a guide and not putting too much of an angle on this. Next, we are going to go in and do our liner. Today, I did a very intense liner. I am using the Maybelline Eye Studio in the shade Blackest Black in an angled brush. I just purchased a couple brushes the other day. I do use them all in this video. I don't want to talk too much about them yet because these brushes are a totally different approach to a makeup brush. As of right now, I love them. If I continue to love them, I am planning on doing a video on brushes, and I will include these brushes in that video. So after that, I am going in and I am just doing a thin coat of mascara on my lashes. Any mascara will do, but I am using the Giga Lash by MAC, and then I am going to go in with falsies after that. And as always, I am using today the Ardell falsies, and I believe the style is 106. Obviously, that's why that number is there, but I cannot find a name anywhere else on the package, so I'm just going to say that they're in the style 106. Once those are on, I'm going to tightline my waterline. I know some people have very, very sensitive eyes, so if this is something that you cannot do, it's not absolutely necessary, so you don't even have to worry about it. But I just feel like this intensifies the eye so much more. After that, I am going to be using my L'Oreal True Match today, because after this video, I'm washing my makeup off and editing. So I did use my drugstore foundation today, although like I've said in so many different videos, I absolutely love this foundation. It's definitely one of my favorites, and it is my daily foundation. And I am applying this all over with my Sigma F80 flat top kabuki brush. Now I am going to go in and this is a product that you guys recommended to me, so I tried it, and it is the Maybelline Age Rewind Concealer, and I've got to say, this concealer is amazing. It did not crease on me. It lasted all day. It kept my under eye area very bright and very beautiful, and it's so convenient because it has this built-in sponge. So really all you do is twist the product up to the top of that sponge and just use that sponge. I do kind of wipe mine off with a clean makeup towel afterwards just because it grosses me out to have that product sitting in that sponge. But yes, as of right now, this is my first time using it. So as of right now, I absolutely love this stuff. So thank you guys so much for recommending it to me. After that, I am going in and I am blending everything out with my beauty blender. As always, I am using a damp beauty blender to do this with. I just feel like it makes life so much easier. Now I'm going to go in and set my under eye area, and today I'm using a mixture of the Maybelline Fit Me Translucent Setting Powder and the MAC Pro Emphasize Powder. And I am just tapping this all underneath my eye area because, like I said in my video, a couple videos ago, I always crease. However, this concealer, I mean, I always crease, so it did crease a little bit, but I didn't even have to go in and touch it up. So I do love this concealer. And this is just my blending powder, or my setting powder that I use today. And the reason I did the mixture of the two is I just didn't want to be too over the top highlighted today. I wanted to keep it as natural. I say natural, but there's nothing natural about my makeup. I wanted to keep it as natural as possible, so that's why I did the mixture of those two powders. Now I'm going in and I'm doing my brows. I did go in and pick up the lighter shade in that brow pencil, and I like it so much better. And then I use that shadow that I showed you. It is the shade Charcoal Brown, and that is what I do to do the very end tail part of my eyebrow. Now I'm going in and I am using the shade Shroom. This is going to be my brow bone highlight today, and I am turning this brush sideways and kind of blending this down into that crease color, and then I go back in and I just pick up that blending brush and I blend everything together. I just feel like this gives a smoky blown out eye such more of a prettier kind of flawless transition when you bring that brow bone color down a little bit. That way you have control over kind of how high up that smoky eye goes. After that, I am doing my bottom lash line with a black eye pencil. Mine is from NYX, and even my eyes are really sensitive, so I do go over this a couple times because they tend to water, so I have to go over the color a couple times to get it as dark as I want it. Then I am going in with a precision brush and the shadow brown script to blend this out. And I am just keeping this as tightly along my lashes as possible, and I am pushing this upwards and back and forth motions. A lot of my clients and subscribers and anybody that follows my work, they'll comment to me or send me messages and be like, I just can't get the bottom lash line. The secret to blending out a bottom lash line is you want to do back and forth motions. You do not want to do circular motions because that is what's going to bring the color really, really low, and that's what's going to cause you to look like you got punched in the eye, because that is the term that everybody uses when they try to explain to me why they do not do a bottom lash line. But I'm telling you guys, when you're doing a smoky eye like this, a bottom lash line is so important. And practice makes perfect. So you just kind of want to do it in windshield wiper motions and really take your time and blend back and forth. I did blend that brown script out with that very first transition color that we laid down in the shade Rule in a pencil brush, and then I went back in and I just deepened up that waterline area. Now I am using the shade Nylon to highlight my inner corner. This is a very, very frosty yellow tone highlight. I love this color, especially for a warm, smoky eye. Every once in a while, I'll even pop it on the tops of my cheekbones to just intensify my highlight a little bit. It's perfect because it's, like I said, it's a yellow tone, so it's a very neutral highlight. Now today I am using the shade Blunt to do my contouring. It barely picked up on the camera there. I didn't even realize it was out of frame until I started editing this. But the reason I am using this today is just because it's a very warm tone blush, but at the same time it's perfect for contouring. And I kind of just pat that color into my skin, and then once most of my product is off my brush, I do go in and I blend it out. When you're doing a contour, as far as your cheekbones go, you always want to make sure you're blending upwards and not downwards, because when you blend downwards, that's just going to pull that color down closer to that jawline area, and it's going to kind of defeat the purpose of contouring. On my forehead, that is where you kind of want to blend downwards and upwards. So as you can see right here, I'm just going back and forth with that brush, and then I pick up a fluffier brush there and I just kind of blend everything together. Now I'm going in and doing my blush, and I am using the shade Gingerly. This is a very rosy, I say rosy, but it's kind of like an in-between a rose and a peach. It's very warm, and it's warm and neutral all at the same time, so it goes perfect with this look. And I am just applying this with a goat hair blending brush all on my cheekbones, and I am even pulling it back towards my temple a little bit just to kind of warm up my cheekbone area. After that, I am picking up that big fluffy blending brush again, and I am just kind of blending over the blush in that contour to just give those two a nice transition. Now I'm going in, as always, and I am contouring the sides of my nose. Just like I always say, if this is not something that you like to do, this is a step that you could totally skip. This is just something that I love to do on myself. Now I'm going in, and long time but no see, I am back to my Becca bronzer. And this is one of those new brushes that I showed you guys, or I'm sorry, this was my Becca highlighter, not bronzer. And this is one of the brushes that I was talking about earlier. It is one of the brushes that I purchased the other day. I absolutely love this brush. I have used it a couple times, and like I said, I'm planning on doing a brush video, so I will talk and I will go more in depth with these brushes. But yes, I love this brush. It's absolutely beautiful. Now I'm going in and I am picking up that blush brush and I am just blending those two colors together. I love to blend after each step. I feel like it makes such a difference when your makeup is blended out perfectly and flawlessly. Now it is time to go in, and this is what makes this look so vampy. We are doing a very dark lip, and this is the shade Cyber World. This is a lip liner by MAC, and it's just a very deep, dark purple shade. And I am going to completely line my lips with this color and then fill them in. And this, I feel like I always, when I'm using a liner or any type of dark lipstick, I always fill my lips in just because I kind of feel like it helps that lip area stay a lot longer and a lot, it just, I don't know, it just makes it a lot prettier, especially when you're doing a dark lip like this. And for my lips today, I am using the shade Sin. This is a matte lipstick by MAC. And then after that, I am going to set everything. I hope you guys love this. I loved filming it, and I cannot wait to film my next fall look for you guys. I will see you in next week's video. Thank you so much for watching.